Variations. In the previous video we discussed about the harmonic distortion, and in this video I am going to discuss about the harmonic distortion analyzer. Now we are going to about the discussion of harmonic distortion analyzer. Now consider the various distortions in the signal can be analyzed by using a distortion analyzer. The various distortions in the signal can be analyzed by using a distortion analyzer. The harmonic distortion analyzer. The harmonic distortion analyzer, in short form it is indicated as HDA. Harmonic distortion analyzer, in short form HDA. Here the harmonic distortion analyzer measure the total harmonic distortion without indicating the amplitude and frequency of each component. Here the harmonic distortion analyzer measures THD, means total harmonic distortion, without indicating the amplitude and frequency of each component. Here in this harmonic distortion analyzer, it will measure only the total harmonic distortion which is presented in the signal. It will not indicate the individual amplitude and frequency of the components. Okay, the total harmonic distortion is analyzer means of this harmonic distortion analyzer. To measure the total harmonic distortion, the input signal is passed through a narrow band reject filter. To measure the total harmonic distortion, the input signal is passed through a narrow band reject filter whose cutoff frequency is the fundamental frequency, or a high pass filter whose cutoff frequency is a little above the fundamental frequency. Okay, to measure the total harmonic distortion, the input signal is passed through a narrow band reject filter whose cutoff frequency is the fundamental frequency, or a high pass filter whose cutoff frequency is a little above the fundamental frequency. So whenever we use the band reject filter, this cutoff frequency is fundamental frequency, so it will reject the fundamental frequency and it will allow all the harmonic distortion components present in the signal. By in this way you can able to find out the harmonic distortion components present in the signal without the fundamental component. And whenever you use the high pass filter, then the high pass filter is designed such that the cutoff frequency is little above the fundamental above frequency, which means that it will not allow the fundamental frequency, only the high harmonic frequency components are allowed through high pass filter. That's why here this can measure only the harmonic components present in the signal. In this way the total harmonic distortion can be measured by means of this harmonic distortion analyzer, either by using band reject filter or by means of high pass filter. Okay, the filter suppress or rejects the fundamental frequency. Here this filter suppresses or rejects the fundamental frequency and transmits all the harmonics for subsequent measurement. Here this filter, either the band reject filter or high pass filter, suppresses or rejects the fundamental frequency and transmits all the harmonics for subsequent measurements. This method of measuring total harmonic distortion is called as fundamental suppression type. Okay, this type of method of measuring total harmonic distortion is called as fundamental suppression type, and it uses a bridge circuit to reset the fundamental frequency. Okay, here the filter suppresses or resets the fundamental frequency and transmits all harmonic for subsequent measurements. Okay, already indicated here, either band reject or high pass filter will be cut off the the fundamental, so it will not allow the fundamental, so this will suppresses or reject the fundamental, and this all transmits only all harmonic components presenting that corresponding signal for subsequent measurements. And this method of measurement of total harmonic distortion is called as a fundamental suppression type, and it uses a bridge circuit to reject the fundamental frequency. This fundamental frequency is rejected by using the bridge circuit. Now we consider the applications of harmonic distortion analyzer. Now consider those. It is used to measure total harmonic distortion of a signal. It is used to measure total harmonic distortion of a signal. It can be used to analyze the fundamental wave and its harmonics. It can be used to analyze the fundamental wave and its harmonics. So, how can we analyze this one? If we apply this total harmonic analyzer, we apply the total distortion present in the signal. If we have to suppress the signal from this total harmonic distortion, then it will produce the fundamental. So, in this way, we analyze both fundamental at the same time its harmonics, total harmonics. It is used in the design and development of audio circuits. It is used in design and development of audio circuits. Okay, and it is used in analog and digital circuits to measure distortion due to different components employed in the circuit. It is used in analog and digital circuits to measure distortion due to different components employed in the circuit. Different components employed in circuit. Here these are the various applications of harmonic distortion analyzer. Now we consider the types of harmonic distortion analyzer. Consider the types of harmonic distortion analyzer. Here there are three types of the harmonic distortion analyzer. Those are, the first one is using a resonant bridge, and second one is using Wien bridge, and third one is Bridgetti network. Bridgetti network. These are the three types of harmonic distortion analyzer. First one using a resonant bridge, and using Wien bridge, and third one is Bridgetti network. Now we have to discuss about each of this one in next succeeding slides. Now first of all consider using a using a resonant bridge. First type, using a resonant bridge. Now consider the corresponding circuit diagram. So now here we will use the bridge circuit. Already you can say that this harmonic distortion can be measured by means of bridge circuit. So now here we consider the bridge circuit, which will consist of four arms. So first arm consists of the resistance R1, second arm consists of resistance R2, and third arm consists of resistance R3. And whereas the fourth arm will consist of a series combination of inductance L and combination of capacitance C. Series combination of inductance L and capacitance C, which will act as tank. Which will act as the tank circuit. Okay, this L and C will form tank circuit. Okay, now here the test wave which is to be tested, that is to be applied to this terminal, and whereas for the other terminals we apply the detector. This is called as the harmonic detector. Now here this is LC. These are tuned to the fundamental component. This L and C components are chosen such that these are tuned to the fundamental component. So now here this L and C are tuned to fundamental component. So now here this bridge is balanced for fundamental component. Okay, the bridge is balanced for fundamental component. If any other component other than the fundamental is applied to this bridge here, then those harmonic components are detected by this detector. Only the fundamental is applied, then the bridge is balanced and there is no indication in the meter. This meter is balanced, then there is no indication in the meter. This detector will indicate null reading. Suppose other than the fundamental is applied to bridge, then the bridge is unbalanced, and now detector will find out the particular difference amount of the voltage presented in the circuit. In this way, the detector can find out that particular harmonic present in the test wave signal. In this way, the harmonic components are measured by means of this resonant bridge. Now, we will discuss about this operation in next slide. In the bridge circuit shown in the figure, the circuit is tuned to fundamental frequency and hence the bridge is balanced for fundamental frequency. The circuit is tuned to the fundamental frequency and hence the bridge is balanced for fundamental frequency. The bridge is unbalanced for the harmonics. The bridge is unbalanced for harmonics, that is, only harmonic power will be available at the output terminals and that can be measured. The bridge is unbalanced for harmonics, that is, only harmonic power will be available at the output terminal and that can be measured. If the fundamental frequency is changed, the bridge must be balanced again. Suppose here the fundamental frequency of the circuit changed, then the bridge must be balanced again according to the particular fundamental frequency. If L and C are fixed components, then this method is suitable for a test wave with fixed frequency. If L and C are fixed components, then this method is suitable for a test wave with frequency. So it is only that particular test wave with fixed frequency. Suppose we have to measure the variable frequencies, then we have to vary this L and C components. So that is not possible. So we have to go for the other method, that is called as the Wien bridge method. So when a continuous adjustment of fundamental frequency is desired, So here, if suppose here the fundamental frequency is varied continuously, so here this is not possible for this measure, because for this we have to vary these L and C components. So this is not possible because it may result in high cost. So here, to avoid this here, a Wien bridge arrangement is used. So whenever a continuous adjustment of fundamental frequency is desired, a Wien bridge arrangement is used. So now we go for the second method, that is the Wien bridge method. So now we discuss about using Wien bridge method to find out this harmonic distortion. Now consider the corresponding circuit diagram. So now consider here. So now here we have the transistor, which is the active element, which will consist of the resistor R3 at the collector, which is connected to the power supply source VCC, and the resistor R4 is connected to the inverter terminal, which is connected to the ground terminal, and we connect some biasing resistors, and through the capacitor, which will be connected to test wave input. The test wave input is connected to the biasing resistor. Through this, we apply this test wave input to the base of the transistor. And now here, from the collector terminal, we have the combination of capacitor RC combination, and whereas here from the emitter we connect the combination of RC in parallel to the collector and emitter. So finally it will form the RC networks. So finally at the collector terminal we have the final harmonic distortion output. From collector to ground there is the harmonic distortion output terminal. So this is about the circuit functioning. Now here, whenever the test wave input is applied, so if suppose the fundamental signal is applied, so now here the fundamental signal is suppressed through this RC network. The fundamental signal is suppressed to this RC circuit. Okay, now only the harmonic components are reached to this output terminal. Only the harmonic terminal components are reached to this output terminal. So in this way, only the harmonic components are reached to output terminal. In this way, only harmonic distortion components are measured by means of this output. So in this way, the Wien bridge is used for finding of harmonic distortion components present in the test wave by suppressing the fundamental this resistive network. This RC network suppresses the fundamental only harmonic components reach at the output terminal. So in this way Wien bridge will find out harmonic distortion components by suppressing fundamental in this RC network. Now we consider operation. The Wien bridge circuit is used as rejection filter. The Wien bridge circuit is used as a rejection filter for the fundamental frequency of input signal. The Wien bridge circuit is used as rejection filter for the fundamental frequency of input signal. The bridge is tuned to fundamental frequency and balanced for zero output by setting R1, R2, C1 and C2. The bridge is tuned to fundamental frequency and balanced for zero output by setting R1, R2, C1 and C2. Already we can say that. Yeah, by setting this R1, C1, R2, C2. The fundamental is suppressed in this for zero value of fundamental. Okay, the bridge is tuned to the fundamental frequency and balanced for zero output by setting R1, R2, C1 and C2. When the bridge is tuned and balanced for the fundamental frequency, the output will be 0 for the frequency. When the bridge is tuned and balanced for the fundamental frequency, the output will be 0 for the frequency. For all other frequencies, the Wien bridge offers varying degree of phase shift and attenuation, and the distortion output can be measured with meter. For all other frequencies, the Wien bridge offers varying degree of phase shift and attenuation, and the phase distortion and attenuation will result in distortion output can be measured with meter. As a result of varying degree of phase shift and attenuation, and the distortion output can be measured with meter, which is connected at the output terminal. Okay, this is about the operation of the Wien bridge arrangement to find out the harmonic distortion. Now we go for the tau type, that is the Bridgetti network. Bridgetti network. So now we consider the Bridgetti network arrangement. So here we consider here the arrangement of LC combination in form along with the resistor. Here the resistor is a variable resistor. So now consider this R along with this combination of L and C will form the T shape. This and resistor will form this one, and this will form T shape. That's why it is called as T network, which will form the bridge by connecting these components. Okay, L is one component and these two C are the other component, R is form another component. And this form the T shape bridge form. That's why it is called as bridge T network. Okay, now here the test wave which is to be applied is applied for this LC circuit, and finally the other terminal is connected to the distortion output. One terminal of this LC circuit is given as the test wave input, and whereas the other terminal is the distortion output terminal, and the variable resistor is connected to this LC component, the RC components, and other terminal resistor is connected to ground. So suppose here the test wave input fundamental component is applied to this one. Now the fundamental component is passed to the resistor, variable resistor, which is passed to the ground, and the fundamental signal is passed to ground. By passing this to ground, it is suppressed, and only harmonic components are passed to the output terminal. In this way, the harmonic distortion components are measured by means of this output terminal. Only harmonic distortion components are passed to output terminal, and at this output terminal, the harmonic distortion components are measured. So in this way, the harmonic components are measured by means of this Bridgetti network method. The Bridgetti network shown in above figure 1 is tuned to fundamental frequency of input signal. Okay, this fundamental, this Bridgetti network shown in figure 1 is tuned to fundamental frequency of input signal, hence it rejects the fundamental components and transmits only harmonic components to the output terminals. So it will result the fundamental by resulting these fundamental by sending it to ground, and it will allow only the harmonic components. Okay, hence it results the fundamental components and transmits only harmonic components to the output terminals, and this distorted output can be measured by output meter. Yeah, this distorted output can be measured by output meter. So in this way, the corresponding harmonic distortion can be measured by means of the meter across these output terminals. So in this way, we can measure the harmonic distortion by means of this BridgeT network. One of the application of this BridgeT network is shown in next slide. At the same time, here for better performance, Q factor of the resonance circuit must be high. So for better performance of this BridgeT network, Q factor of the resonance circuit must be high. Now we consider one of the applications of the BridgeT network. Here the way of using BridgeT network is given in figure 2. So consider here. So now here we consider the application of this one. So for this we consider various blocks. The test phase signal is applied to amplifier, next is applied to adjustable attenuator, later it is given to the BridgeT network, later it is given to the output attenuator. Now consider this application. First of all, here this test phase signal is applied to amplifier. Now this amplifier will amplify the signal, later it is given to the adjustable attenuator, which will attenuate signal to the desired amplitude level. Later here, first of all here, now the position of the switch S is connected to A. Position of the switch S is connected to A. Now this will avoid the adjustable attenuator circuit. Now this test phase signal is amplified by amplifier. Now the signal is applied to BridgeT network. BridgeT network. So now this BridgeT network will suppress the fundamental component. Okay, which this will suppress the fundamental component. Okay, now we switch from position A to position B. Now it will avoid the BridgeT network from the circuit part. Now again, now already here whatever the circuit input signal that is to be suppressed, this is given to the output meter. In this way, first of all the signals are attenuated by switching the position S to B, and later whenever we apply this switch A to A, then the fundamental frequency is suppressed and remaining harmonic components are set to output meter. This is the application of the BridgeT network. Now we get this complete explanation in next one. So now consider here the switch is connected to the position A. Okay, this switch S is connected to position A, so that attenuator is not included in the circuit. Whenever switch A is connected to A, now this attenuator circuit is shorted from the circuit. Now test phase input is applied to amplifier and the signal is amplified, and now this signal is directly applied to BridgeT network. Now this BridgeT network will suppress the fundamental of the test phase input. Okay, suppress the fundamental signal of the test wave input, and only harmonic components are present. Okay, so that here next, now the BridgeT network is adjusted to suppress the total fundamental frequency and minimum output. Fundamental frequency means minimum output. So as a result of connecting the switch A, this will include this attenuator to be not included, and now the BridgeT is connected to the amplifier, and as a result here, by adjusting this T network to suitable position and by setting this to suitable adjustment, the BridgeT network will suppress the total fundamental frequency present in the test wave input. Okay, as a result, the total fundamental is suppressed by using this BridgeT network. Now here the minimum output indicates that the BridgeT network is tuned to the fundamental frequency. Okay, the minimum output indicates the BridgeT network indicates the minimum output indicates that the BridgeT network is tuned to the fundamental frequency. Now next, the switch is next connected to position B. Now we connect the switch to position B so that the BridgeT network is not included in the circuit. So previously when the switch is connected to a adjustable attenuator is not included, whereas now the switch is moved from A to B. Now BridgeT network is not included in this circuit. Now this part is connected to output meter. Now in this case here already this BridgeT network supplies the fundamental. Now only harmonic components are applied to output meter. Okay. Now the BridgeT network is not included in the circuit. Now adjustable attenuator is varied until the same reading obtained on the output meter. Now adjustable attenuator is varied until the same reading obtained on the output meter. At this condition, the attenuator reading gives the total RMS distortion. At this condition, the attenuator reading gives the total RMS distortion. So now whenever the adjustable attenuator is varied until the same reading obtained on the output meter, at this condition the attenuator reading gives the total RMS distortion. Now the harmonic distortion analyzer based on fundamental suppression principle is easy to design. So in this way, the definition here is the total RMS distortion. In this way, by using this BridgeT network, we find out the harmonic distortion. Now the harmonic distortion analyzer based on fundamental suppression principle is easy to design and less cost than the wave analyzer. Already in all the three types of this harmonic distortion analyzer, we use the principle of fundamental suppression. Okay, so here this principle will provide easy method of removing fundamental and produce the harmonic measurement. Okay, the harmonic distortion analyzer based on the fundamental suppression principle is easy to design and less cost than wave analyzer. Wave analyzers are much cost. When compared to wave analyzer, this harmonic distortion analyzer based on the fundamental suppression principle is easy to design and less cost. So here the disadvantages are that they will give only total distortion and will not give the amplitude of individual distortion components. So when compare the harmonic distortion analyzer along with wave analyzer, here in the harmonic distortion analyzer, these are based on the principle of fundamental frequency suppression, and these harmonic distortion analyzer are easy to design and less cost when compared to the wave analyzer. But here the disadvantage of this harmonic distortion analyzer is this will produce only total amount of the distortion present in the signal. It will not produce individual harmonic component information, whereas wave analyzer will produce individual harmonic distortion amount. That is the difference between the harmonic distortion analyzers and the wave analyzers. Okay, harmonic distortion analyzer provides total harmonic distortion, whereas wave analyzer provides individual harmonic distortion. And the harmonic distortion analyzers are designed easily with low cost, whereas wave analyzers have some complex structure with high cost. Okay, this is the comparison of harmonic distortion analyzer along with wave analyzer. Okay, this is about the analyzers. Okay, we have to stop this video with this one.